Bedtime and Cannonier will wrestle. Said Cannonier will wrestle and clinch MVP and win a decision, and he picked Khamzat by decision. They could both win. I don't know about Khamzat by decision, but I don't mind it as a take where they actually have a good go of it at each other. But yeah, I don't know about the Cannonier thing. Anyone else feel like Cannonier tries to be too technical for his own good and that often backfires on him? I'm going with MVP. I hope he grapples. I'm just done picking fighters for what I want them to do, and I just pick fighters for what I know they're going to do. Chimaev fans are all subhuman Indians. All right. Impression of Bisping having his way with Leon. Ha ha! It's 3 a.m. Stop! I'm a Muslim and I'm against Dagestani fans. They're so annoying and ruin MMA discourse. I know, they're annoying. But everyone's annoying for their own right. But they're just... People are annoying in their own way. And Dagestan fans have an incredible way of being annoying, I feel like. Thank you, Kanye fan. Of course you're a fucking Muslim and a Kanye fan. Thank you for the $5. My prediction for main event, Chimaev wins round 1 and stalls Drickers against the cage for the remaining rounds. Extremely underwhelming fight. Damn. Please don't put that into existence. Guru, which black fighter do you think is more likely to get a win this weekend? Jared Cannonier, MVP, Bobby Green, or Chase Hooper? Something tells me that MVP is the only one I fucking picked. So I'll go MVP, I guess. How long until Dana admits he knows you exist? I don't know if he ever has to, but maybe when I do this Aiden Ross stream, I'll get him to FaceTime Dana. That'd be big. Thank you for the membership. MMA with Mustafa. I appreciate you, dude. MMA with Mustafa for $5 donation. I really appreciate that. Pamfarov really easily out-grappling Ewart here. Bad look for Ewart, dude. He's supposed to be a good prospect, but Pamfarov's got good experience. I think he's been on the Contender Series before. People often group Khamzat with Khabib, and I agree Khamzat's activity has been disappointing, but 14-0, Khamzat fought Whitaker and Khabib. I know. Yeah, Chimaev's been chucked into the deep end way sooner than Khabib. I think that's a good revolution, or not revolution, but a good revelation for fans to have around Khabib's career. Although I do give him credit as like one of the most dominant fighters of all time in the UFC and one of the best fighters of all time, even though I don't think he's the greatest. He was one of the best. He just didn't do it enough. I think people are really waking up to seeing how bullshit his career has been. 15 pro fights with no test. You know how much experience you can get from that and how unfair that is? People don't get 15 freebies to test out how they do in the cage. You know? They really don't. DDP, this Khamzat, that. People forget, man. Jack Williams versus Billy Broster. Cage Warriors Academy, August 16th. William moves up from bantamweight to lightweight to fight this gimp. Good right hand from Pamfarov. He's hurt Ewart at the end of the round here. But Ewart's firing back, but he got wobbled at the end of the round there. Thank you for the £5, Jack Williams. I appreciate you. I'll time the next round. Shout out to Jack Williams, one of our own, based UK fighter coming up. Mate, have you seen the new Kurt Kaz video of how shit Germany is? It is the worst city in Germany, but yeah, that is what's going to happen. The reason why it's the worst city in Germany is because it's been affected the most by the problems that Europeans are facing in their nations. Yeah, Frankfurt's a fucking shithole, bruv. Kurt Kaz has been all over the world in fucking Papua New Guinea and South America and Colombia and all of this, and the only place he needs a security guard is Frankfurt, Germany, dude. It's fucking an intentional biological weapon. It's sad. You think DDP will get personal? But I like Kurt Kaz. We talk now and then. We were talking about that video and the video he did before. So, no, the video he did before. Yeah, me and Kurt Kaz are cool. So maybe he'll have to saunter around fucking Cologne with Kurt Kaz and Jeremy Fragrance to tackle this problem. You think DDP will get personal with Khamzat at the presser since they both shook hands today? Well, DDP said that Chimaev's having a more polite approach during my interview with him. So he doesn't know if he's going to go all out at him. But he said if Chimaev even starts a little bit of disrespect, he's going to just turn it up to 100. So we'll see what happens, man. That's what DDP basically said to me in the interview. He said Chimaev's been quite polite in the build-up on fight week, but if he like starts talking crazy at the press conference, he's letting it rip. So we'll see. Thank you for the $5. 16, $2, $5, 2. Oh my God, there's so many donors. You're going to be in DDP's corner confirmed. When he fights in South Africa, I'll do it. That's the only reason I'll go back to South Africa. I mentioned not ever going back to South Africa. I never even did the timer, dude. I'm doing a live stream. If a finish happens on the Contender Series, I'll react. Good left hook there from Ewart. Pamfarov's kind of fading. Should go to the body. How is Movzar not fighting and getting pushed towards a title fight any different from Arman? Because the alternative option is Yair fucking Rodriguez in a rematch after he's already been dominated and finished by Volk. It's not the same as lightweight. I agree with you, but it's not the same as lightweight. And Ilya just fought, whereas Volk's been out for a while and he does need an opponent. But it's not the same as lightweight. Brady's pod was on Insta Live, and since they are underrated, there was a small pool of people, not MPs. You should have joined and bantered with Pytha, not MPS. So you're saying they were just letting random people onto the Instagram Live pod? Interesting. I don't really go on Instagram, but maybe if you fucking send it to me, maybe I'll jump in next time. Rumor has it the deal was $7 billion. Then Paramount gave UFC $100 million a year to make Dana keep Power Slap. P.S. Dana knows Guru is their guess for confirmation. Oh no, on the Drickus Duplessis thing? No, that's not what it is. No. Thank you for the $5. There's something about Adesanya. Guru, how do I crack this Latina who is damn near impossible to link and plays a lot of defense, but attraction is there? I want cheeks. Remove that. I mean, if you're genuinely, if she likes you and she's not giving it up, it's probably a good sign, brother. Thank you for the $2. I don't know, it's rare. Don't ruin it by just solely pursuing it for sex. I don't know. Maybe she's not for you, brother. Maybe she's too pure for you, bitch. No, I'm joking. She's Latina, so just get cracking, mate. Simon Steen convincing Guru to start an OnlyFans. Or Naroas Maho, get kind of, if you're white, get kind of like Fuentes-y. You know, start saying some based shit around her, and Latinas seem to really enjoy that based on my Instagram DMs. DDP is the first fight for Khamzat Chimaev, where he's going up against an equal in his savagery. DDP out-savages Khamzat for a round 4 TKO. I actually kind of harped on that during my prediction video after the stream. I said it's just not that easy, chat, is it? Yes or no, chat? It's never that easy. Good job by you at the end of this round to be landing ground and pound. I'm watching Contender Series, by the way. DDP is the first fight. I know, yeah, I think it's going to be tough. It's just not that easy, man. Every prospect we see in the UFC, they don't continue their dominance to a championship level. You know? Unless it's someone who's been finished a bunch like Oliveira, and the stylistic matchup just really makes sense for it to happen. Dude, DDP's the fucking champ. If he wins, he'll probably be pound for pound #1. People are already putting him up there as one of the GOATs of the division. That doesn't smell of a first round easy submission to me, man. I don't see that. I see it being a Burns-Usman type of fight. Usman took it on 8 days' notice. Upper weight class. He wasn't even bulked for middleweight. He was a welterweight-sized Usman on 8 days' notice against a fucking middleweight-sized Chimaev. I don't see it. Duplessis experienced. He's had a bunch of championship-level fights. He's been 5. I don't see it being that easy for Chimaev, but maybe it will be. If it was, I'll be shocked. Impression of YOEL explaining the new no pay-per-view model. Hey! The people don't pay for pay-per-view. Yeah, I think power bombs are banned, but I disagree. If someone's trying to triangle you or submit you, you should be able to do anything other than eye gouging and manipulation to escape those positions. Good takedown from Pamfarov. It's weird that you can slam someone on the back of their head but not punch to the back of their head, depending on the ref. I know, I understand that, but you can... It's only to escape a submission position. So I understand it in that way. But I feel like, chat, yes or no, hear me out, chat. I'm about to say something crazy. If Rampage never slammed Arona, they wouldn't have done the submission position rule. I think because they saw Rampage do it, they kind of went, we have to have this in the sport, but we need to find a way to act like there's some kind of legal barrier to it. So sure, you can't slam someone on their head, but we need this in the sport. I think they saw Rampage's slam and thought, we need this shit. You know what I mean? We need it in the sport right now. So we need to find a way to get this by the commission, because that is the slams are always a great thing, you know. My neighbor ended himself because his daughter married an Indian. Oh, thank you for the $5. Jesus Christ. Could you tombstone someone in the UFC? Could I tombstone someone in the UFC? If they've got you in an inverted triangle... Yes. Technically, yes, you could. If they've got you in some kind of inverted triangle, you can. But only then. I don't think Rose was going for a sub when she got slammed, or am I mistaken? No, she was tying up an arm for a Kimura grip. She technically was. It's a very grey area. But if it in any way looks like you're trying to tangle up a limb or get a kind of choke, then, yeah. You just can't slam someone if they're, like, getting suplexed with a body lock. You know what I mean? Impression of YOEL, already read it. Why do black people always still scare people? Thank you for the $2. Do you think there's any truth to Kaio saying something's off about DDP? I spoke to DDP about Baralho knowing things. I don't know what he's fucking saying half the time. Bro, how hard is it for motherfuckers to say no to meth and fentanyl? These hard-ass drugs that run rampant around the streets of the globe. Hell, in America, there's a drug that's 10 times stronger than fentanyl. How hard is it to say no? Obviously, you should never do drugs of that regard, and if you do, you're fucking retarded. But most of the time, these people get hooked onto these drugs by being dosed them without their knowledge and then gaining a dependency upon them, like stuff like fentanyl. And obviously, that's not something you get dosed, but that's usually how it happens. A drug dealer's taking liberties, starts lacing his weed with something or putting something else in his cocaine, and then slowly their body has like a craving for something they don't even know they've had. You know what I mean? It happens, man. Do you ever had like crazy weed off a drug dealer and then all of a sudden he's asking if you'd like to try LSD? You know? Dano's actually offered 6 million but only got 271k. All right, Jack Williams. Let's not get fucking put out of Cage Warriors before you start, mate. Come on. No, but I'm looking forward to when you actually go pro, bro. Well, no, you might be pro, but Academy. I think that's how you get into Cage Warriors, right? Good luck, man. Bantamweight's a tricky division to find comp in at the regional level, though. Especially in Europe. Not many people are bantamweights. Do Indians not wear deodorant for cultural reasons? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think they do, but it's just like, I don't know, just not enough. Watching old videos is hilarious. What do you think is the worst in hindsight? Shara Bullet sneaking a civilian, or MOKAEV sneaking cap after faking nice? MOKAEV sneaking cap is crazy because MOKAEV, or someone on MOKAEV's team, I can't quite remember it, made the argument of, come on, we're Muslim, let's put this past us and get along, and then they jumped him. So that's why it was even crazier. But the Shara Magomedov thing is the craziest thing. He's a pussy for that. Juru, why do you only go live when I get paid? I need your donos, mate. I need my percentage of that check. I'm still going to watch Stream EE to support them for supporting us while the pay-per-view prices have been crazy high. So I'll take free over $8 sub, yeah. $8 sub. $8 a month is crazy good value, though. You got to respect it, man. What's up, Guru? Thank you. Low blow MMA. Hope you good. I dropped a video. UFC, not just promoing yourself. All right, you're Swedish. There's not many of you lot left, so why not? UFC Influencer Supercard, KSI Jake, etc. And I got you a fight versus your rival in the third to last fight. Also, Nina Drama versus Dirty Mia, Low Blow MMA. All right, you're just adding extra promo at the end. You're Swedish double ganger. Thank you very much, dude. Let's have a little look. The Ultimate Influencer Supercard. You know what, dude? I'm going to show you some support. Low Blow MMA, up-and-coming YouTube channel 2 days ago. Swede, rare spawn. He will work on his accent to become a lot more digestible to listen to. HS Tiki Toki Wade Plem. Who have you put me against? True Geordie? Is that who I'm going against? Of course it is, dude. Look at me mogging in that fucking picture. Good shit, Low Blow MMA. Best of luck with your channel, man. Not going to lie, I think Khamzat makes it look anticlimactic. I fucking hope not. That won't happen. How confident are you in LERONE Murphy? I'm confident in LERONE Murphy. I think everyone's watched PICO's finishes, chat, but yes or no? When you watch PICO's fights, instead of his finishes, he actually does a lot of rookie things that a lot of unranked featherweights in the UFC do. Outside of his crazy KO finishes, a lot of the stuff that he does out there is very bad, I think. He's very poorly trained in the stand-up in ways. Damas finishes both of these dudes in the same night. No, he doesn't. My dealer used to lace my weed with coke. How did you not fucking notice? Thank you for the £2. No one laces weed, Guru. They do. Guru mentioned on Sugar Pod. How was I mentioned on the Sugar Pod? Oh, yeah, because I voice noted back and forth with him, right? Was it about that? O'Malley messaged me the other week. It never gets old, chat. It genuinely never gets old being mentioned by fighters. Schmitty versus MMA Guru discussion. Okay, I'll check it out. Schmitty's there. I'll check it out when there's a gap in donos. No one laces weed. They have done before. Which current UFC... Dude, no one laces weed. Weed? Oh, my God. No one laces weed. Tell that to... If anyone's ever been to Amsterdam, tell that to unofficial coffee shops in Amsterdam, dude. Who's been to Amsterdam and has gone into an unofficial coffee shop? Like, they've got weed from a place that isn't really a coffee shop that sells weed. Laced to fucking shit. MDMA... LSD, real ones, no. If you've ever been to Amsterdam, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Not space cookies even, dude. You go into a couple shops just past the fucking main station in Amsterdam. The Bulldog. Dude, I have a Bulldog grinder at, I've got a Bulldog grinder. Amsterdam's a fucking move, eh? I haven't been since I was like 19. People forget, man. Pamfarov got choked out by Torres Finney. He did. I thought Russian dudes were all Chads who could KO anyone. This dude can't beat an out-of-shape Chilean. Dude, fat Mexicans or fat Latin Americans or Latinos, dude, I'm telling you. They have a weird ability to take punishment. God had to give him something. They smited him with shortness, smited him with flabbiness. So he had to just remove the off switch in their chin. Keir Starmer training session when? I don't know. Did you hear that Dana's Arab boxing mates allegedly killed the Netflix deal? I saw that, yeah. Apparently, Turki Al-Sheikh disrespected a female executive at Netflix. But it's on par for him. He's a Muslim, so she probably looked at him without his permission. Or tried to shake his hand or something while he was in the middle of marrying a child or some shit. I don't know. What's going on in the UK? They tried to, like, extinct Northern Europeans before World War II. And then World War II happened and it kind of shut it down for a bit. But then, since we lost World War II, they've just been trying to do it again. So, yeah. I don't know. I have a suspicion, but... I think it's intentional. I don't get it, but it's definitely intentional. It can't be. I don't want to talk about it, dude. I've been raging about it for the past week. Impression of ANIK commentating on Dana's gambling problem. He's just gambled his child tonight. Thank you for the $5. To be honest, UFC will probably still charge for big pay-per-views. They already admitted they will for one-off events, but they're going to normalize it, I think. I think they're just going to make it so these shitty pay-per-views that you've been paying for are not going to be paid for anymore. But the good pay-per-views will probably be paid for still. I don't know. But a pay-per-view once a month, those days are gone. It'll still be a numbered event, but it'll be for cheap. Alex is doing some dumb movie. I know, man. I know. I saw that. It pissed me off. Well, instead of focusing solely on training, I wasn't sure before, but I'm picking ANK 100%. I know, same here. Ewart is top prospect tonight. Thoughts? I'm looking forward to it. Chris Ewart, yeah. I don't know about top prospect, but we'll see. I wonder if the Argentinian guy that was supposed to fight that other guy is going to get an opportunity. That gives you no evidence. Troy McVeigh or something. I wonder if he's going to get a chance on the Contender Series. I don't think it's him, but there's another South American guy. What UFC fighter will help us stop the boats? Dude, the UK, I don't know if anyone else is from the UK, but today was a crazy day on the timeline, you know. I've never seen that many videos of migrant cases and crimes and molestation and... all of this, dude. The Valentine's Day card. I don't know if anyone else is from the UK, but normally it's like 1 or 2 a day. Today I felt like there was about 40 cases that came up. It's insane. People are saying Khamzat mogged DDP like angle. Dude, chat. MMA Twitter is the dumbest it's ever been during these fight weeks. And I think it's because Chimaev fans are about and they're all inbred. Dude, they're acting like Chimaev wasn't 5 feet closer to the camera than Dricus du Plessis. They're going to do a weigh-in, and Chimaev's going to be an inch taller than him. And they're going to be about the same weight in the cage. You know? Dricus is like 10 foot away from the camera, and the cameraman's behind Chimaev, who's in front of the... who's like in between the cameraman and du Plessis, who's way back. And people are like, dude, he's massive. Like, dude, look at the pair of them next to Whittaker. DDP's slightly bigger than Whittaker, and Chimaev's noticeably bigger than Whittaker. So Chimaev's going to be slightly bigger than du Plessis height-wise. He's about 1.5 inches taller. You know? I think Chimaev's 6'2.5", du Plessis is 6'1". That's what I reckon. Excited for the interview, Pig? Yeah, I did a Dricus du Plessis interview. Hey, chat. What did I tell you, chat? Well, dude. Dricus du Plessis He would never betray Jerusalem, dude. I knew it the whole time. And guess who has mobile phone number connection to him now? Just in case he happens to miss the Instagram DM in future. Just in case. Just in case he happens to check if MMA Guru's messaged him at all on fight week and realizes, oh wait, he's been ignoring me. Let me extend a personal number to make sure that this doesn't happen again, dude. I knew Dricus du Plessis was a high priest of Jerusalem. I knew Dricus du Plessis would never let us down. I knew Dricus du Plessis would come through. I never doubted him for a second. Forget the multiple clips of me crying about him not answering my DM. We got the interview. And it was a good interview as well, I thought. I was a little bit rusty, but it was still pretty good. Good as it can be. Fight week interviews are normally pretty tense, but I thought, you know, I made him... All I do with the interviews, chat, is I see if I can make him laugh a few times, and I counted 5 times I made Dricus laugh. 1 proper laugh I got out of him, so as long as I do that, I'm happy with the interview. Oh, I don't even know if... I'm not confirming anything. I'm not confirming anything. I'm letting you guys watch it tomorrow. I'm not confirming anything. I'll confirm it tomorrow. Something was confirmed in the Dricus du Plessis interview that makes me extremely fucking happy with myself and what I've accomplished in life. Something that I've wondered about was confirmed by Dricus du Plessis that I had a play in. And I'm very happy about it. So I guess you'll have to check that out tomorrow. No, he's not gay. It's just something that some people in chat understand. Thank you very much, but he's not gay. No, that's not what he confirmed, you fucking idiot. Du Plessis is once again our best friend, and we have his phone number now. True. We will be calling him late at night just to see how he's doing. I'm not going to be doing that, no. Making Izzy cry. I'm not confirming or denying what Dricus du Plessis confirmed I had a major part in making happen at a press conference, but we'll see. You'll see in the video tomorrow. People saying Khamzat mogged DDP in that video of them shaking hands and looking much bigger. I think it was the angle. What do you think, Guru? Yeah. Dude, he was 5 feet fucking closer to the camera. He's 1 inch taller than Dricus. He's 1 inch and a half taller. He's not as tall compared to Dricus as I am. I'm a little taller than Chimaev. I'm like an inch taller than Chimaev. But trust me, Chimaev's going to be like a hairline taller than Dricus. Like an inch. Pay-per-view's expensive, dude. I owe you. Impression of Gay Connor. Somebody fucking sniff a line out me gooch, mate. I don't know. I think give it a 2.